Navajo people almost got annihilated. But as they signed that Treaty of 1868, that marked an era of resilience. Okay, good day, everybody. This is Jonathan Nez, your Navajo Nation Vice President. We are here on the west side of Albuquerque. As you see in the background, we have, so it's Mount Taylor in the background. One of the things that we want to highlight in 2018, little do people know, is that it marks the 150th anniversary of the signing of our Navajo Treaty of 1868. 150 years have gone by, and I know many people say, well, what's transpired through those 150 years? There has been a lot of things happening on the Navajo Nation, and I always continue to tell our people that we're a blessed nation. And because, you know, when the treaty was signed in 1868, there was a little plot of land returned back to the Navajo people. 10,000 of our ancestors came back from Fort Sumner to the Navajo Nation, Navajo land. And today we have over 350,000 Navajo people. I'd say close to 500,000 Navajo people all over the world. And that land that was returned back to us in 1868, today we have 27,000 square miles of Navajo land. And that's a blessing. We just recently bought land in Colorado. We are continuing to make our Navajo Nation larger. And 2018 is the year of the treaty. We're going to be signing a proclamation with the Chief Justice, the Speaker, and our President, including myself, to proclaim this year as the year of the treaty. And we are here today to walk the same area that our ancestors walked 150 years ago on their way home to Navajo Nation. We're going to have a lot of events throughout the year. A lot of those events will be centered around June 1st because June 1st is Treaty Day. And so what we're wanting to do is move a lot of the events from the 4th of July celebration, because this marks our own Independence Day, right? June 1st. And so what we want to do is bring the rodeo, a lot of maybe concerts, some of the folks that we invite to come out to entertain us during that time. We're looking at a 2-week period, the end of May, the first part of June, to do this 2-week celebration of events. And so we want to invite everyone throughout the world, throughout the United States, to come and join us and help celebrate with us, to join us in celebration of our independence as Navajo people. And one thing I want to announce is that we want to bring the original treaty that was signed, that's in Washington, D.C., that's in the archive right now. It's going to come to Window Rock. And it's going to be there for 1 whole month to see the original treaty. I think it'll be really emotional, and I think it's a teaching tool for us to tell our stories, our family stories. Some of us have stories about the Long Walk, and we need to capture that for our younger generation, especially those that are in our families too as well. When they hear the story of not giving up, will it inspire them? Will it encourage them to do better in their life? And we also need to think about our future. 150 years from now, how do we want the Navajo people to live? And I think with 2018, with the year of the treaty, we have the opportunity to bring hope back into our communities, letting our people know that our ancestors never gave up there at Fort Sumner. Yes, they went through some tough times, but they overcame that and they came home. And look at 150 years later on the Navajo Nation. We're such a blessed nation. We're such a influential indigenous nation throughout the U.S. and probably throughout the world. And we need to let our young people understand that we're a strong people and we'll never give up, just as our ancestors never gave up. And so by being here today and seeing Mount Taylor, thinking 150 years back, I think that was what they were thinking, our ancestors. They wanted something better for us. They thought about us here in 2018, believe it or not. They wanted something better. They wanted a healthier and stronger nation. And today, it's just that. We are a strong and healthier nation. I'm sure there was great weeping of joy as they came up to this point, knowing that the Navajo Nation, the Navajo homeland, was just right there. And they all helped each other out. I'm sure they didn't say, oh, well, you got to stay here. They helped each other out all the way back to our homeland. And we just need to enjoy our way of life teaching. And that's what we want to leave you with, is a sense of renewing of who you are as a Navajo, as a Diné. And to be proud of that, young people, all people. And that we have strong blood flowing through our veins, pumping through our hearts. And so today we shouldn't give up on the things that we want in life. You have every ability, capability to succeed in life. And so with that, this is your Vice President, Jonathan Nez, bringing you into 2018, a year of revitalization of our language and our culture and our way of life teaching, and to also remember our ancestors who got us here today. So with that, God bless you, and God bless our great Navajo Nation.